Greetings and welcome to presentation 3 of Age of Acquire Us. So just to, in case any of you are wondering why I've called it Age of Acquire Us, well, that's what I feel it is. It is this time when we're going down this spiritual path and very much a path of self-discovery about oneself. And in doing so, we find that we change in so many ways, our likes, our dislikes, what we want to achieve, what our purpose is here, and so on. The mind's sort of a bit all over the place with this. I was reading the wonderful comments and inspirations with the 3 attempts at uploading the first video that failed. I did read the comments and I don't know if the replies went through, but very interesting. I was thinking about a couple of things. Now, when we talk about this Great Vow-El shift, for example, the letter E representing energy changing from A representing the all. So if you take electricity, for example, this now becomes all act tricks. All these things around us, this screen. And it's funny actually when we're talking about screens. I mean, they talk about these electronic devices, they're black screens, they're compared to scrying mirrors, modern day scrying mirrors. Well, they are a reflection, and equally we need to reflect back and reflect upon what is being shown to us. I'll come on to that a little bit more. But it's the soul is described in terms of energy as loose, so we don't want illusions. We don't want to be in dissolution. What we're all looking for is solutions, ways that we find ourselves. And don't worry about me and this foot. I'm going careful, and I'm in very good hands. Somebody who's actually a trained reflexologist who really and has been through similar problems. Really good friend. So this couldn't have happened at a better time and place for me, really. Going back to imagination, and everything is an expression of imagination from feeling. This phone that I'm recording on is a proof of that in just 6 days, from actually feeling the joy of finally be able to make recordings in stereo, and actually feeling that phone, this very phone in my hand, and not concerning myself about how it's going to come to me. It just did. It's been likened, and I'm going to recommend the Brian Scott channel, and there's another one. I'll try and put the link in the description. And also do check out Black Mad Guru. It's Neville Goddard reincarnation, running on adrenaline. He's absolutely fantastic. 99% of what he says I would agree with as well. So that's no bad thing. Very interesting. Sorry, this is all over the place. Very interesting comments about what is it we want. Well, I interpret this in the terms of Jesus said, "When two or more gather." So when 2 or more have the same imagination and the same intent, then the magic really starts and things do come into this reality. It's exactly the same way that the media works. It's all power of suggestion. you've only got to look at what's going on in this, well, what I've described as basically like you got a ticket with unlimited rides in this fun fair, and we seem at the moment to be very much in the crazy house of mirrors, and we are shown a lot of distortions on the screen. But there again, not all of them are bad. I mean, some of them are very good. And I'm thinking about the word nature. Well, the A and the E, and it's N, it's Lord, to you are, E for energy. Lord, you are to energy. You do quite allegorically, metaphysically, whatever. I can't even think of the right word for it, but you do. Yeah, I know the symbol I'm doing. No symbols are bad. This third eye is the projector, what you put out on the screen. So I can mix and match and create in my imagination. So I can imagine a nice row of brick terraced houses, for example, and it's an avenue. Now, on the grass verges between the road and the pavement or sidewalk, there is an abundance of fruit trees. Now, if I create that in my imagination, and I'm also saying everybody is happy and being kind to each other, and I actually project that out, and I actually see that because other people have that same wish and that same intent, then my joy is not joy in oneself, but the joy in seeing what it has brought for others. And because it's all in this universe of this imagination that I've started by creating up here. It's been likened to the architect with the imagination to create a building, regardless of when anybody else likes it and says it's aesthetically pleasing with the end result. It started with their imagination, which is then put onto a blueprint, which is then created physically, and it's all started from imagination. There is only source, the all. So when you take the E and change it back to an all, it all comes from the same source. They're all contrasts. And by seeing and feeling it this way, it really does change everything. So I'm now going to give all of you a challenge. I'm sure that most of you have gone down, especially on the truth-seeking path, that saying about unplugging from the mainstream media, unplugging the television set, and you're observing and seeing. You've had that break from it, and you observe and you see the effect of that television and that media has on the people you're telling them to turn it off. Now take a step back out of that. Now this is something I'm going to challenge you all to do. Now it's talked about 40 days in the wilderness, but let's just go for 30. I think that 30 days would do it. The symbology of the three with the divine feminine is another reason I'm taking this, and it's most months are around 30 days, and it's 12 sections of a year. So my challenge to you is to unplug from anything, and you know all the subjects, the vaccines, the 5G, we're going to get radiated, we're all going to die, blah, 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 we're all going to be enslaved, we're all going to be chipped, we're all being tracked, we're all being watched. Yeah, so what? Yeah, of course we're all being watched. Most of us have got these electronic devices, and no doubt somewhere inbuilt, but they're that worried about us. Take that as a compliment. If they're that fearful, let them live in the fear of it. Nothing can harm us except what we allow to harm us. I mean, this at the moment with my foot, just to reiterate the last video, I can now look at it as I want to help, which yes, I do want to help, and the ego's saying you're being lazy, not helping, but I know I need to rest this, because how do I know in the future when I'm not going to be in the right place at the right time to help more than just one person? So I have to weigh that up. in all of this. And the comment said more videos, so I'm responding, and I'm inspired by the comments. And now, on the subject of wishes, desires, I would really love to have 3 British Rail Mark 1 railway carriages, kitted out as a home and with a platform, and then a nice gentle slope. No steep steps for me at the moment. And you've got to think about these things. And then that lovely, beautiful Victorian iron glass house to form like a canopy and recreate almost like a railway station, but it doubles up as a glass house to which I could have tropical things like bananas and oranges, things that don't grow so well in the colder climate, pineapples, mangoes, and solar panels on the roof of the carriages, all kitted out, a shower, and but then there's also, I want to move around as well, so it would be like kit that out, and then it's also got this beautiful fruit and vegetable garden. Everything is in abundance. It's part of a small community. There's sufficient land so somebody else can come and live there if I'm not there, and then build their own little log cabin or whatever you wish, and then extend it. There's also the idea of travelling around. I'd love to meet you all, every one of you. I've met some of you already this year. It's been fantastic, and I hope that continues. I'd like, that's one roam I would like, to be able to roam and go around all the Americas and meet lots of people and get inspiration from people. I mean, you think about it, a lot of these people that do have this off-grid lifestyle, you don't even see them on social media because they've cut right off from it completely, and they're just contented and just doing their own thing. And then you look at all these spiritual archetypes, the Buddha sort of representations, they're always in stillness. They don't go around touring, going round to people telling them words of wisdom or healing them or whatever. They're there and people come to them, and it works like magnetics. You draw towards you. So, but then in the mind we can travel anyway. We can create imaginary scenes, and from imagination they can become a reality. Depends on the feeling we put behind it. Do we want to just feel it's just a make-believe dream and not bring it into reality, or do we want to really feel it, and do we really want that, and do we want to bring that into reality? It's all whatever you wish to do, really. So there's a few sort of random sort of thoughts. There is more. It may come back to me. What are we up to here? Is it 13 minutes? I don't want to waffle on too long. There's always going to be more to say, more to share. It's nothing new. The news is the same message, always has been and always will be. It's just different stages. It's the same as films. It's really just one story, just with different scenes, different characters, but it's pretty much telling you all the same thing in numerous ways, infinite possibilities. And that's what this is all about. This reality, this experience is just infinite possibilities. And your ticket is unlimited rides. You just keep going round and round as many times as you want. I mean, what's wrong with bringing a heaven on earth? And say if you want to conform to the ideas of aging, and I feel there has to be a cut-off point. A book has numbers on but the pages. Life is measured in time and in years, and hopefully we gain enough experience and wisdom through these experiences and through these feelings that we can then take, maybe we then come back again to guide. Who knows? It's all speculative, and but it certainly seems to be that it is all within, and that saying that find the kingdom. Was it find the kingdom of God within oneself first, and then it will open up unlimited treasures. Well, that makes sense. That if I want to manifest, I don't know, £1 million purely for the purpose of buying land and setting up somewhere to live that I could hop about and then like help other people through it. It's not going to happen until I get myself and find the creator fully within myself. I'm still working on that. I've got a long way to go. And that's part of the fun, this discovery of oneself along this journey. And you could say that it's all imagination, everything that's on this screen. So everybody that I can come into contact is an extension of my imagination, and we are all one anyway, and I'm in your imagination. I mean, some of you got some very vivid imaginations. You created this. But yeah, this is a magical time, and despite all the illusions that are shown, I'm offering you that challenge. Do that 30-day switching off from anything negative. Go within oneself. Look at the New Age philosophy and things about imagination, the Neville Goddards of this world, this silver thread of truth that seems to run through everything over decades and decades, over several centuries now. There's something in it, and it's something definitely, I think, worth pursuing, because I've looked outside for the answers and they're not. I've still not found the answer, so it is a case of going within, and that seems to be where all the answers are. Anyway, so that's enough. What are we up to now? 17 minutes. So, yeah, as always, ta-ta for now, and have a beautiful day. And thank you very much for all the well wishes. Thank you for all the comments, and I appreciate that you giving your time to listen to, and you think something I say may help you, then that's fantastic. So ta-ta for now.